So you've probably seen YouTuber Amber Scholl. She seems to have it all, right? The dream house, that incredible closet, just the dream life. But here's the thing, she claims it's not just luck. It's not some vague manifestation trend. She says it's a deliberate, repeatable strategy. So in this explainer, we're gonna break down exactly what that strategy is.
And that's the claim right there. It's pretty bold, isn't it? The idea that going from being totally broke to building this massive brand, it wasn't an accident, it was a plan. And honestly, this is the idea that has millions of her followers totally hooked.
Okay, so what is the strategy? What's the secret sauce? How does someone really go from being a Postmates driver to, living out their wildest dreams? We're gonna answer that exact question by breaking down her entire philosophy step by step.
All right, first things first. The whole strategy, it doesn't start with doing stuff. It starts in your head. Scholl argues that before you can get anything, you have to get really, really good at the art of wanting it. So step one is probably the biggest hurdle for most of us. It's being too scared to even admit what our biggest, craziest dreams are. So many people think their desires are just too unrealistic or way too big, or that they just flat out don't deserve them. Scholl's number one rule, you gotta throw all that thinking right out the window. And this quote, it just nails it. She's basically saying you have to stop playing small with your dreams. You want a castle? $1 million? You can't even deny yourself the fantasy of it. You have to want it unapologetically, with zero limits.
And it's not enough to just vaguely want something. You have to get hyper-specific. I mean, really specific. It's not good enough to want a dream house. You need to know what street it's on. She talks about making Zillow boards of houses she can't even afford yet, and knowing the exact chandelier she's gonna hang in the entryway. The more specific that vision is, the more real it starts to feel.
Okay, now we're getting to what might be her most controversial idea, but maybe also her most powerful one. She actually credits a lot of her success to being, and these are her words, the most delusional bitch alive.
So, healthy delusion, what on earth does that even mean? Well, it's about fully 1000% committing to the bit. It's genuinely believing you're going to win the lottery to the point where you're actually confused when you don't. It's driving up to the fanciest building in LA when you're a broke Postmates driver and telling the doorman, yeah, I'm going to live here. It's this core assumption that reality is going to bend to your vision, not the other way around.
But look, having a delusional mindset is only half the battle. This next part is the second core principle. It's where this internal fantasy slams into external reality. This is where the rubber meets the road.
She makes a really interesting point about manifestation. The version we see everywhere, the pop culture version, it's pretty passive. It's all about just believing something is yours and it'll just fall out of the sky. Her version, totally different. It's the belief that the hard work you're putting in is actually going to pay off. And this line right here sums it all up perfectly. The vision board, the dream, that's the wish. But the action, the work, the grind, that's the spell. That's what actually makes the magic happen. The magic doesn't just happen. You are the magic. So how does this actually work in real life? It all comes down to taking these huge, scary dreams and breaking them into tiny, doable steps. She tells this great story from her Postmates days when she wanted these $75 shoes she absolutely could not afford. Instead of just feeling overwhelmed, she was like, okay, I'm just gonna do one extra delivery every single day and put that cash aside. And you know what? After 2 weeks, she had the shoes. That exact same method works, whether your goal is $75 or $75,000. Okay, so let's recap. We've got the delusional mindset, check. We've got the action plan, check. But Scholl also talks about a set of habits that are kind of like accelerators. They're things that create opportunities and just speed the whole process up.
First up, she totally redefines what we think of as luck. For her, luck isn't just some random thing that happens to you. It's a formula. It's what happens when you are so prepared for what you want that the second an opportunity, a chance, pops up, you're ready to grab it. You basically manufacture your own luck just by being ready.
So, the big question is, how do you get more of these chances? She says you gotta be bold, like that time she just asked a new neighbor for his fireplace, and he gave it to her. You have to be a little crazy, do the things other people won't, like buying a whole separate plane ticket just for a chandelier. Practice gratitude so you're always wanting from a place of abundance, not lack. And maybe most importantly, know your why, that deep down reason that's gonna keep you pushing when things get tough.
And really, it all boils down to that old lottery slogan, right? Everybody wants to win the lottery, but you know what? Not everybody buys a ticket. You have to actually be in the game. You have to be swinging the bat, asking for what you want, taking those chances. You've got to play.
All right, so we've gone through the mindset, the action, the little tricks to speed things up. But just when you think you've got the whole strategy for getting everything you want figured out, she hits you with a final twist, and it completely reframes the entire philosophy. The real truth, the secret behind our getting everything she wants all the time, well, it's not what you think it is.
She just comes right out and says it. I don't. Nobody gets what they want all the time. It's a pretty surprising confession after building this whole case for the opposite, right? But this is where the real lesson is.
So wait a minute. If the goal isn't actually getting everything all the time, then what's the point of all this? What's the real secret here?
It's the chase. The real moral of the story is that while you might not always get what you want, you can always be the person who goes after it. The real win isn't crossing some finish line. The win is being the kind of person who consistently and relentlessly just tries. Think about it like this. She believes that if you fail 10,000 times, the whole point is to be the person who gets up and tries for the 10,001st time. And those first 10,000 times, they're not failures. They're just market research. They're just data getting you closer to your goal.
And that leads us with this final, really powerful question she poses.
We spend so much of our time and energy worrying, what if it doesn't come true? Her entire strategy is built on flipping that question on its head and asking yourself, with just a little bit of that healthy delusion, yeah, but what if it does?